Teach Tech channel, myself Karthik TS. In third session, I am going to explain the following topics, that is how to create a multi-word variables and how to create a comment in Python programming language. Let's directly start session. First and foremost is multi-word variables. What are multi-word variables in Python programming language? Multi-word is a process of naming a variable with multiple words. This is a special feature supported in Python, which is not supported in other programming languages. Naming a multi-word variable in a Python programming language, we have three different processes. The first is camel case, the second is Pascal case, and third is snake case. So let us learn one by one. This camel case multi-word variable is a process of naming a variable with a multi-word such that the first letter of the first word should be always small letter and first letter of the other words should be always the capital letter. So such a way of naming a multi-word variable in Python, we call it as a camel case. So let us create a camel case multi-word variable in Python. Go to the command prompt, activate Python by using the Python command. Now Python is activated. Now you can create a camel case variable that must always start with the first letter small letter and the other words should have a first letter as a capital letter. So now camel case multi-word variable is created. If you want to see the value to be stored in a camel case variable, you can use the print function. You can pass the camel case multi-word variable and you can see the text data stored in a camel case variable. Next we have Pascal case of naming a variable with a multi-word. What is this Pascal case refers? It's a process of naming a variable with the multi-words. Each and every word must begin with the first letter as a capital letter. So when you name the multi-word variable in such a pattern in Python, it is called as a Pascal case. So let us create a Pascal case variable. You should remember the rule of the creating the Pascal case, that is every multi-word the first letter should be the capital letter. And you can create a variable by using the assignment operator, the passing the value. Now variable is created and you can see the data stored in that particular variable created. Passing the name of a variable, you can see the data stored in that respective variable using Pascal case. Next you have what is called snake case. It's a process of naming a multi-word variable with underscore. So here when you have a multi-word to name a variable, those multi-words must compulsory should be separated with the underscore. Such a pattern of naming a multi-word, we call it as a snake case. My underscore Python underscore variable equal to value. So when you assign the value, then only variable is created in the Python. So if you want to see the data stored in that respective snake case variable, you can pass the name of snake case variable to the print function. and now you can see the data stored in the snake case variable. Next, multi-value variables. So what is the meaning of the multi-value variables? The Python supports assigning the different values for the different variables in a single line. So this process of assigning the different value for the different line in a single line, we call it as a multi-value variable. Python also supports another pattern, that is, you can assign the common value for all the variables in a single line using a single value with the multiple assignment operators. This create multi-value variable a comma b comma c is equal to pass the different values such that the a will store the value 1, b will store the value 2, and c will store the value 3. If you want to see the value stored in the variable a, use the print function. You can see the value stored is an integer value in the variable a. The same way, if you try to print the value of b, value stored is 2 in a b. You can print and check the value stored in a c, it shows you value 3 is stored. So this is how the multi-value can be stored for the different line in a single line Python programming language. The second pattern is you can assign multi-variables the single value, that is common value, by using assignment operators. Now, common value 1 is stored in all the 3 different variables a, b, c, d. You can see it. The value stored in a is 1, value stored in b is 1, and the value stored in c is also 1. These are the 2 different patterns the Python supports to store multi-value in different variables using a single line. The next you have what is called comments. So what are comments here? Comments are the description about the program statements. You can describe about the program while writing the program in Python, and these are non-executable statements that describes the program. And these comments occurs in Python in 2 different types. The first one we call a single line comment, and the second one is multi-line comment. So if you want to describe the statement of a program in a single line, you can use the hash symbol that denotes single line comment. So any statement, any sentence, if you want to use in a Python preceded with hash symbol, it is going to consider as a single line comment. Same way, if you want to describe about the statement of a program in a multiple lines, Python also supports the multi-line comment using triple quotes. You have to begin with the triple quotes and you have to end with the triple quotes. So if you want to write the single line comment, start with the hash symbol and you can write welcome to Python class, and you can press enter. It is acceptable. It is considered by the Python as a single line comment. The same way, if you want to go for the multi-line comment, use the triple quote and you can start typing multi-words one by one. You can type the letters, words in a different line, and at the end of multi-line, how to close the triple quotes. Just you can press the enter. You can see the multi-line created and it shows in a single line as a multi-line comments. So this is how we create the comments in a Python programming language. Thank you, viewers. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel